So let's get to my guest, Earl.
James, thanks for having us on. We're real happy to be here.
Yes, sir. We've gotten to talk a little bit since you got to the studio, and I'm fascinated already. So I figure we'll start right off with your songwriting.
Yeah.
What is it that makes you tick?
I've written over 700 songs, and I've stopped keeping count, so it's considerably more than that. I've written 4 songs in like the last 4 weeks.
That's crazy.
But the strange thing, and every time I try to explain this to people, like I'm afraid it's going to sound off coming, like it's goofy, but I've written over 700 songs. I've never once, single time, planned on writing a song. I've never looked at something and said, man, I'm going to write a song about that. Like, some of the greatest songs ever written were written exactly that way. Like, even the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald, it's an event. Right. And this guy did such a tremendous song. He had this existing thing, this event, and he worked with it. And it came up with one of the greatest songs. Like, I can't do that. Like, to me, that would be like too easy.
The obvious.
Yeah, it's like if I had to look at something and then like write a song about it, I could just do it all day long, But the other thing is this: since I've never planned on writing one, I just know when I'm going to write one, and that's the part that's hard to explain to people. How can you explain this
the spontaneous combustion?
But I know
writing.
Yeah, right. How can you explain that?
I don't. I get it in shifts.
Yeah.
I can go for 2-3 years with nothing, hit the wall, give up. And then all of a sudden, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up and start writing. And it's just flowing. And I have no idea. Later on, I'm reading through saying, oh, so that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's like you're out of the controls of what's being given to you.
That's what he does.
You know what I find? Like, I'll get advance warning. I can't explain this feeling, but I know it's incredible, I'm going to write a song. I know this. I'll either get, like, a moment's warning. I got to grab a pen. I got to stop what I'm doing, and let's do this. Or maybe I'll know, a couple of days in advance. I could feel it coming on. And then I've learned through all these songs that I've written that they basically contain, bits of my life experience, and they contain bits of my thought processes. But while they're coming out, I just let it flow, and then you could use the words like, people use clay to mold things, or you could use the words like people use paint, it's another medium, these lyrics. So I've written over 700 songs. I've written the lyrics first every single time, without fail, because the lyrics and the music are really the same thing to me. When I look at the lyrics, I hear the music. I never have to struggle with music. The minute I pick up the guitar, it comes out because it's all done in my head. So once
it's already rewired, huh?
It's just there.
Crazy.
The lyrics give me a feeling, right? They do. It's a certain set of lyrics with a certain topic or whatever, and from those lyrics, I get this feeling. And that feeling is what I turn around, and it is the music. That feeling that I have from the lyrics is the music. So they're kind of like one and the same with me. Sounds all weird, right? It's hard to explain.
No, because I find myself, not that I'm a great songwriter, but I find myself when I'm writing, I try to capture the event of the day, of the time, what's going on out in society. Try to capture, so everybody can always relate to that. I can always relate to that later on to date myself in a way. And then I always try to make like a storyline with characters. I try to approach it more scientifically. And when I do that, I have fun with it. I have some great songs. Everybody jams with me. But the ones that are spontaneous, that just flow, are the best.
Seems to be. And the other thing is, to me anyway, in my opinion, it's infinitely more difficult to write a good song that's simple than it is to write a good song that's intricate. If you could sit there with an acoustic guitar and create and play something for people that, they'll accept that this is a good song, and that's all you've done, 4 or 5 chords, but it's a great song. That's more difficult to do than to have a whole band structure with all this instrumentation and all these levels and all this stuff packed over the music. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's great. We've got some of the greatest music like that. But I'm just saying, I really respect simple songs that are good, because that's tough. As a writer, for me, that's tough, to be simple and good.
Yeah, less is more.
Yeah,
I imagine.
yeah. You know, you listen to some. I was listening to a song from Simon Garfunkel the other day. What is it called? Kathy's song. It's just Paul Simon on that acoustic guitar by himself on that single vocal. But you know, it's like it's amazing.
Yeah, it's mesmerizing.
So I lean towards that type of stuff. You know, simple arrangements and you know, lyrics that aren't boring.
Yeah, man.
But you know what, James? I have to say, I am the laziest songwriter that I know, because whatever comes out in that initial flow or that burst, that's it.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I could add this part, or I could add that part, and I could do this, that, and the other thing. But I kind of prefer to just leave them alone.
Just let it lay.
Yeah, like I accept them for what they are.
Your first instinct is the best instinct.
Yeah, and they're like my kids now. No, I got them. I have to take care of them. And I accept them as they are. I don't try to impose anything else on them or, you know, other thoughts. It is what it is when it came out.
No favorites?
No.
All right.
Well, then you let them hang out with me, and then they get into trouble.
I don't even know what to think
Uncle
of my
Warren.
songs.
Warren, tell me about you, sir.
Well, I've been playing guitar probably since I was about 9.
Okay.
Started on a
we're all
little
together.
plastic job, and I still play little plastic jobs every now and then. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get introduced to Hendrix when I was like 10. So I was like, my brother was the first guy on the block to have the Experience album. So at 10, I listened to it like 20 times a day,
Yes,
while he
sir.
turned everybody in the neighborhood onto it. You know, so that it just got right in there, and then,
You got to hear him play Hendrix.
Oh,
Listen.
Before I knew it, I was, you know,
man. Well, I'll tell you
I
what,
was sitting in
Tommy
front of my-
Marr would love that.
before I knew it, I was sitting in the living room in front of my first amp, like getting feedback and going like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the stuff. And hooked up with this character, and he's just got the songs. I mean, like, I could play, what it is I could play like anything, but I sit down, I can't think of anything to play.
Right.
He comes over with the songs and goes, here's the song, and I go, great, here's the
Yeah.
guitar part.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
white
And I
canvas,
have it
right?
like that.
You can just
And
color it in.
usually he likes it, and if he doesn't, he'll tell me. But
Oh,
usually it's
Friends
like,
are like that.
usually it's like, yeah, that's it.
I
He might give me a
I
little-
always like it, but sometimes, you
He'll
know,
give me
I
a
have
little
to
guidance.
get him to think in a slightly different direction, although whatever he plays is always good. Listen, I've been playing next to him for the most part of 30 years. I'm telling you,
Okay.
I still am amazed. I'm still, like, honored to have him sitting next to me. You know, he's truly,
Well, I was listening to you. when
he's a
we were getting our
truly
sound check.
gifted guitar player. And you guys see him play Hendrix. I mean,
Well, you come out to my open mic, we're going to do
We'll do some Red House.
I'll sing it for you.
I would put Warren up with any guitar player that I know. He's truly phenomenal. You know?
And do you have any gigs coming up?
We just went in the studio, like right near the beginning of December, you know, that just passed. And we went in and we recorded a few songs with Lisa Polizzi. You're friends
She
with
is
Lisa,
the-
right?
Yes.
The lovely and
The
talented
reason
Lisa
that
Polizzi. And
we're
so
here tonight.
she
Good
was
voice.
kind enough to lend her talents, you know, to my songs. And she put her vocals on like eight of my songs that
Wow.
that I wrote. And
They're the
she's
great
actually had some success with them. Like, you know, she's won contests, came in first place with them. And she's just the greatest. She's one of the nicest people you could meet. She's one of the best vocal talents on Long Island.
Wow.
I'd just like to
Is
give
that
her a shout
pipe?
out.
Right. Oh, yes.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi,
Definitely.
Lisa.
And she's just a great girl.
Ah, God, pipes.
Yeah.
So,
oh,
so we went into the studio to do all that, and so we kind of took a break from the gigs. We were gigging like 2 years straight. Then we went into the studio in December and got that done. And then I've been writing songs now. Like tonight, you know, we plan to play like 4 songs that are brand new. We've
brand
never
new,
played
fresh
for
off the
anyone.
mitt.
So
Excellent.
now that we've got these new songs, we're going to start turning our heads towards doing gigs. But lately, I've just been playing down at the Nutty Irishman in Bayshore.
Oh, sure. I know that
Those
place.
folks down there. Stephen Interante, John Hassett,
Nice.
James Sharkey.
And the CD you're working on?
We did a CD. We had some decent success with it, actually. You know, they loved us in France. Go figure.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know, it's us and Jerry Lewis over there or something. You know, and
Great combo.
I was on the air. You know, I was talking to DJs in Colorado, and then they'd spin some of my songs in West Virginia and Texas. I would get a chance to speak to the DJs on air, and they'd, you know, spin a couple of tunes. get my chart reports. You know, we were doing okay actually in a few states. You know, that album was called Disarray.
Okay, Disarray.
Yes, Earl
Oh.
Kayoss, Disarray. It's a
Okay.
rare album.
Well, we'll have to someday sit down and listen to that. Maybe
Yeah.
jam with you a bit.
That'd be great.
And
That'd be something to look forward to.
and you were also saying that you've played in New York here a few times back in the day in the 70s, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean I was playing the Village back then.
Right.
You know, Mills Tavern. You would actually have to like step over bodies to get in there. Weren't? Was this some guy trying to sell you his
The
belt?
guy tried to sell me his belt outside of CBGB's at like 3 in the morning. I was watching the car doing a loadout, you know, watching while we were loading gear out. This guy's like, yo, man, you want to buy a belt? Look, it's real leather. He starts taking it off. I'm like, dude, I got a belt, you know.
Our
He's like,
stickers,
oh, man, come on, man.
CBGB's.
our stickers should be still up there in CBGB's if it's still standing.
Yeah,
I know
somewhere.
they closed it, right?
Yeah.
But CBGB's, you know, that was a fun gig.
Like, I think somebody cut out like the bathroom wall and transported it somewhere. You know, the one with
and rightfully
all the
so.
graffiti on it?
I do that every now and then. You know, I'd just go and take a bathroom wall home with me. I mean,
Sure.
Hey,
We've all
especially
done-
all the
we've all
phone
d-
numbers
we've
on
all
it. I
done
mean,
that.
think-
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on those walls in CBGB's.
Oh, my God.
They were
Oh,
just
my
completely
God.
covered. And Mills Tavern down in the Village where I used to play, Bob Dylan played there. Some of the guys from the Grateful Dead were in there. And, you know, it was always a lot of fun down that way. As far as Long Island, you know, we probably played all the clubs that you played and everybody else
yes,
played
the
going
circuit.
back in the day, you know.
Sure.
Remember the Bitter End? We did the Bitter End, right?
Yeah, the Bitter
Bitter
End.
End.
That
And
was a good
my
club.
father's place and
Mud Club.
Right Track Inn and
Oh, my God.
all those places.
Heckle and Jekylls.
Yeah, Heckle and Jekylls is where Brian Setzer came out of. With,
Wow,
with,
right.
Yeah, he used to play down there. But those guys opened up for us. It wasn't Setzer. It wasn't his brother. Didn't his brother have a band?
No, well, we were playing. Setzer came in and started playing video games.
Ah, well, there you go. Same thing. It's just
Yeah.
like having him in the band.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we're going to cut to commercial, and when we come back, we're going to get a little more in depth on what Earl and Warren are up to lately. All right, so stay tuned. And welcome back to the Martini Garden Show. And tonight we have Earl and Warren J. Maniac,
That's right.
my man. So tell me
Quite
about.
threatening.
You guys got to tell me this because I really, at this point, the anticipation is killing me. The L rule.
Oh,
please,
yeah.
please tell me about the L rule.
The L Rule. We had a band called Mannequin Alley. And the L Rule went into effect on the night of gigs, right? Any band member, and there were what, 5 guys in the band?
Actually, at one point, I think there was 6. No, it was 5.
However many there were, the rule applied. It only applied on nights that we went out and played a gig. Anybody in the band, if they said any word, it doesn't matter, that had the word, the letter L in it, you were free to kick these people brutally, no matter what the heck they were doing, as hard as you
You
wanted,
couldn't,
man.
the shin.
Just because they said a word with the letter L in it.
Really?
Yeah, like if they said, I'm going down the hall, yeah, it's a tremendous mistake. And, you know, we would always get these folks when we were carrying equipment. You know, we didn't have any roadies, so we're like carrying sound systems and heavy amps and all this stuff, and we would talk to someone on purpose just so they would answer us and say something with the letter L in it and like really hurt them.
So you really beat the L out of them.
You know, we beat the L out of them.
That reminds me of quarters. You remember that game?
Sure,
with the
yeah,
quarter?
without a doubt.
Don't point at somebody a drink, but
Yeah, sure.
yeah, that's more of a contact sport.
We used to smack people viciously in the forehead when they were carrying equipment, too.
That was the other thing.
It was
Well-
called thwacking, right?
Yeah. The worst thing was, like, 4 out of the 5 guys in the band would, like, huddle over on the left, you know, and they'd say,
Change the
listen, let's
letter.
change the letter. You know, so one guy didn't know it's S, you know. Well, I mean, I don't even know why I'm telling you this other than it was a very dangerous band. Another time,
I'm getting that idea.
It's amazing that we survived that band, actually.
another time, we were down in Jersey. This band, well, it was Mannequin, actually, at the time in Jersey. And it was right around the time I was just meeting Warren and stuff. I was playing down in Jersey, this other guy, and we're in a town called, I think it was Highland something. So we're in the van, you know. It's me, the bass player, the guitar player, and the drummer, and we're in the van driving down the street, like Main Street, USA. And a cop standing on the corner, pulls us over. He's not even in
pull
a,
over.
he's not even in a car.
Pull over.
He's not even in a car. He's standing on the corner, and he points at us. He's like, "You guys, come over here." So he sticks his head in the van, and he goes, well, "You know, you guys, what the heck are you doing in there? You know, are you, you know, doing stuff?" And simultaneously, instantly, at the same exact time, he got 4 different answers from us. I said no. The guitar player said maybe. The drummer said yes. And I don't know what the other guy said, all at the same time.
I don't know.
I don't know. Needless to say, when they got us down to the station house, my drummer at that time, this guy Frank, and he was a big guy. He must, you know, 275, 300 pounds, you know, and they stripped him down, put him up against the wall, they're like shining flashlights on him and stuff. It's truly disturbing. But, you know, these are just old band stories that make us want to continue to make music.
Yes, make new stories.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta give the kids something to laugh about.
Yeah.
My sons look at pictures of me back in the day in the 70s, and I'm like, Dad, what were you thinking?
You were a hippie, right?
Oh, I was a little bit of everything. I went from tie-dye to camouflage.
Okay.
So that was a rude awakening. I did the, you know, basically row F thing. And I enjoy, I'll tell you what, the military was a very rude awakening for me.
Rude.
Oh, yes. I met this guy named Drill Sergeant. He really wasn't into what I was into. And he made it clear to me that I was going to be strong.
Yeah,
And
they have a way of doing that.
I was a little skinny kid when I went in. But yes. But at the same time, I did the whole thing with the guitar on my back. You know?
Eric, James, one of the things that we first spoke about when we met was our guitars. And I think you're one of the guys that are the closest to me in quantity.
Well, sir, I've actually, I have 30. 2 of them I got to go out and find. They're on a mission without me right now. But
where are they? You lent them out?
Yeah, you always, you know.
Can I make a suggestion? Don't lend out your guitars.
Well, I made sure they weren't one of my favorite
channels.
You know.
I got you. Which is your favorite?
Right now, I got to say, my son bought me a Taylor.
Oh, nice.
And it's, you know, it's not really the high line, but it's a great sound, and I can take it out to the club and jam with it all night and not worry. You know?
Great guitars,
Great
Taylors.
sound.
I've got one with me tonight. That's what I'm going to be playing.
Live, great guitar.
I lent Earl a Strat one time, and it was signed by Yngwie Malmsteen. By the time I got it back, it wasn't anymore. He'd worn the autograph off.
I don't want people signing my guitars.
And he was like, "Don't worry, I'll get him to do it again for you." But he didn't get around to it.
But my Gibson Explorer, it's a 1980. I bought it brand new. That was my favorite.
Great guitar.
Yeah.
Was it like a cherry finish?
No, it's black with. It's a limited edition. You know, all gold hardware with black and gold. It's all black with gold stripes through it.
I got an Epiphone Carina Explorer.
I don't know if people fully understand, like,
It's
you know, a
piece of
guitar
wood.
player's, you know, we're crazy about guitars, man. It's like,
Oh, their arsenal?
yeah.
You're not kidding.
You know, it's like,
Different tools for different jobs.
Yeah. Well, my wife is like, you can only play one guitar at a time. I said, yes, but I have a guitar for every personality.
that's true, actually, for the songs, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
I've got 40 different guitars, right? I don't have 5 Les Pauls. I don't have 5 Strats. I got 40 different guitars because I write songs, a lot of them, and I want a specific sound for each song. And so at least now I know which guitar to go and grab to get the feeling and the sound and the music across for this particular song. People say, why do you have so many guitars? Well, that's why. They all have a different sound.
Well, actually, you should
Guys
have-
are testing their guitars like, you know, guys who own Harleys.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? You even look at the Harleys sideways and you got problems. Like,
Yes.
I don't, you know, want people to look at my guitars.
No, I know people who won't let you even touch
Don't even
their
look at
guitars.
Don't even look at it.
Yeah,
Don't
some of
you?
them I'm not allowed to touch, and I own them. You know, definitely. I've got 4 double neck electrics amongst the
I saw
40. One of them is a bass over a 6-string. That guitar kicks butt.
If you had
You
a
have a
guitar
12
for every
string, too.
song,
Yeah,
That's the picture I posted of you.
yeah,
Taylor 12 string.
yeah. I almost brought that one tonight. I brought the other Taylor.
you
I
should
got some
have.
pretty interesting guitars.
You should have over 700 guitars if you
I should have
Have
over
a different-
700
You
guitars.
know,
different guitar for every song.
you're gonna need a warehouse.
I am. I'm in the middle
I'm
of
with
moving.
you. I'll help you.
40s hard to manage.
I'll keep them tuned for you.
Listen, I'm moving right now from where I am to a new place. All my stuff is in the new place except for my guitars. I need a truck now. You know, I got the other stuff there, but like car and everything, and my equipment. I need a truck.
Well, sir,
Yes, sir.
are you ready to jam?
I'm ready when you are.
Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to commercial. We can get them set up when we come back. We're going to have some live music with Earl, Kayoss, and Warren.
J Maniac.
J Maniac.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Stay tuned.
Quite frightening.
As I promised, tonight I have Earl and Warren, and they're going to play you some stuff that's fresh off the print. So, no further ado, get 'em, boys.
We open up with a song I wrote called Fair Weather Friend, folks. Brand new one. Ready? 1, 2, 6, 9.
Does it begin? Where does it end? That's up to you, my fair weather friend. Where does it begin? Where does it end? That's up to you, my fair weather friend. My fair weather friend. My fair weather friend. No cloud in the sky, a bright sunny day, and right by my side, my poison, my pain. No cloud in the sky, a bright sunny day, and right by my side, my poison, my pain. My poison, my pain. My poison, my pain. Oh, the sky looks like rain. You leave a note behind on my window pane. Oh, the sky whispers rain. You pack your bag, you're gone, you're on that train. I write on my face, I am a fool. Please do not erase and say it's untrue. I write on my face, I am a fool. Please do not erase and say it's untrue. Say it's untrue. Say it's untrue. Oh, the sky looks
Thank you kindly, folks. We're going to try a brand new one on you. This song is so new that it's not even sold in with me, and Warren and I have never played it before, so this will be a first for everyone. This one's called, what's the name of it? All right, so it doesn't have a name. It's called Either Way. Here we go. In the morning, I will raise the sun, so the sun shines down on you. In the morning, I will lift the sun, so the light shines down on you. If I lose the fight, I promise I will dry the rain for you. In the sleeping, I'll watch over you, so the ghosts don't follow you. In the dreaming, I'll awaken you, so the ghosts don't swallow you. If you're trapped inside, I'll get you through the night, and I will never leave your side. So don't you cry, either way, it's gonna be alright. We're all the same inside, so I know exactly who you are. We're all the same inside, so I know exactly how you feel. We're all the same inside, so I know exactly what to do. I'll give you my love. If you think you're gonna fall, I'll give you my love. If you think you're gonna fall. Tomorrow I will raise the sun, so the sun shines down on you. In the morning I will lift the sun, so the light shines down on you. If I lose the fight, I promise I will dry the rain for you. Thanks so much. All right, folks, thanks for listening to us, and it's time to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back to Madhouse TV, folks.
You're listening to Earl and Warren on Madhouse TV.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to do another brand new song for you, another one we've never played live and only played together once. So this song, brand new, it's called If I Fall. If I run, if I fall, I Thanks so much. Is it okay if we stick like an old Bowie tune in here, or is that going to offend someone?
You do whatever you want.
All right, we're going to do a very strange song. It's called Unwashed and Somewhat Slightly Dazed. We've never done it.
Spy, spy, pretty girl, I see me through your window. Don't turn your nose up. Well, you can if you need to. You won't be the first or last. It must strain you to look down so far from your father's house. And I know what a louse like me in his house could do for you. I'm the cream of the great utopia dream. Of your banker's spleen. I'm a face in pigtails, and there's blood on my nose, and my tissue is rotting, and it runs through my bones, and my soul is empty, seeing nothing but pain. I keep having this brainstorm 12 times a day. So now you could spend the mornings rocking with me, quite amazed as I'm unwashed, somewhat slightly dazed. I got eyes in my backside, I see electric tomatoes on credit card robbery. There are too many mushrooms holding on to the cream. But only killers scream. So now you should spend the morning talking with me, quite amazed. Look out, I'm raving mad and happily slightly dazed. Sick from your ears to the red parquet floor and the black on the wall. It slides down your front, it eats through your belly. It's very catchy. So now you should spend the mornings lying to your father, quite amazed about the strange unwashed and happily slightly dazed. That's a strange old Bowie song off Space Oddity album in 1969.
Great job. Well, now, I want to once again thank everybody for coming on our internet show and listening to the Long Island, New York, the world's talent we got out here. And I hope and I appreciate you guys coming down and playing for me.
I really do want folks to know how much I appreciate that they tuned in. You know, it means really so much to me. I can't really tell them how much it means. It's the most important thing in my life, this music. The fact that they would take a moment out of everything they could be doing and really spend some time with me. I truly appreciate it. You guys were awesome to work with. And thanks for having us down. We had a great time.